Welcome to the podcast.
Good evening, my Ratchet T family. Looking. We are back in the studio.
Yes, ma'am.
And look who I'm with.
The ghost.
Oh my God, it's Etienne. Oh my gosh, Etienne. Go. Oh my God, I'm such a groupie right now because he's here. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Etienne, how have you been?
Okay, so
Come on, Etienne.
So I've been hustling, like you said.
Hustling.
I'm a thought for the streets, but a good thought.
For the streets. Don't love those hoes.
We selling malls. We taking pictures.
Selling malls, taking pictures.
And we healing the bodies, yo.
Healing the bodies. Yeah. So we are here today the studio finally.
What today?
And today's Friday. So
girl,
usually we are on Sunday.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wrong. For the past 2 weekends, we have not been on.
Why?
Because of Etienne.
No.
It's all Etienne. It's always the man's fault. It's never my fault. It's never a woman's fault.
What happened last week, though?
Okay. What happened last week?
I think
I was tired. Okay, I was tired.
And what happened? What happened the week before that?
You had something to do. I don't know. You had something to do, but it's okay because you have me on Wednesdays, honey. You know, you have me on Wednesdays.
I follow you.
But we are very happy to be here in the studio because we haven't been here in forever.
That's a minute.
And we just want to let y'all know, whoever was in our studio, when you use it,
fix the damn chairs.
Put the stuff back. I mean, it's only hospitality.
We got mirrors. We got drinks everywhere.
Come on, get it together, okay? And leave a tip in the tip jar, okay? We need to pay some rent.
Even your brushes, they use your brush.
Boy, bye.
Look at it.
Okay? So I am Menda Renee, the lioness today. You see the Mufasa hairstyle, the Diana Ross, as I called it on Wednesday.
And your boy, Etienne.
And it is Friday, our new day, and this is Ratchet
T.
So because we were so off today, we have a special guest, and we're super duper dope and super excited to have this young lady on. She is super dope.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Super great.
She's a veteran, right?
Veteran.
Is it the right hand? Left hand?
Left? Wow. Is it this? I don't know. Is it this? What is it? What is it? But before we bring her on, you know what we got to do. You know what time it is. Hey, Brittany. You know what time it is.
What is it?
Get your cocktail, get your coffee, get your tea, and cuddle up for the next 45 to hour and sip, get a little tipsy. Jump into the comments. Okay, y'all, just jump into the comments. Right now, I have nothing, but I'm about to get something. Okay?
All right, here's your cup. Bam.
No, that ain't my cup. This is my cup. Okay? I don't know who might have been on that cup. This is my cup. Okay? But I'm going to get me a little something. So while we're deciding on what we're going to get
in the back. We got to have the labels. Remember that?
From the Bizarre. Okay? We're going to get it from the Bizarre.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna pour?
Yeah, I pour for you.
Okay,
I had it low.
Okay, well, hello.
So we're not being sponsored by the liquor company.
We are not being sponsored, but that's okay. Oh, I got to sip slow, honey. Oh, put a little Sprite in that thing. Okay. Lord, I drink it warm. It's okay. When you're an alcoholic, you just drink whatever when you want to. Okay, warm, cold, hot, it don't matter.
Even the soda brand, we gotta hide.
Even the soda brand, because we ain't being sponsored.
Not yet.
But so jump into our comments because you know what it is. It's Friday. I'm super excited. I'm drinking seltzer water. That's what it is. Seltzer water. Okay, get some. Okay.
I'm gonna get some.
But hopefully you guys love our new time.
Yeah.
We kicking off the weekend, honey. Okay. What are you doing for the weekend? Let your girl Menda Renee know. Jump into the comments, okay? Because I want to know.
It's Mother's Day weekend.
It's Mother's Day. Why did we not do a Mother's Day special?
Well, today can be it. I got a lot of mothers I gotta take care for.
You know I love you. You know I love you.
My mother-in-law, my mother, my wife.
Your mother. Your mother's a mother. How about that?
My kids, godparents, mother.
Oh my God, there's so many mothers up in here. You are our mother. That's what you are today.
I'm gonna send them all the same gift.
So I'm super excited. I don't know if Etienne's excited as I am, but I am super I'm super excited.
No, I'm lit. I feel happy.
He's not lit. He's not lit like me. Okay, well, cheers, friend.
Cheers.
All right, we are here in the studio. Okay, all right.
What's the 8? What's the 8 and 8?
Oh my God! What is Lord? Lord, I need the sheet. I need the sheet.
What does that mean? What's that mean?
Woo! Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's get up to your up-to-date 8 because we haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about different ways to make money. So me and Etienne, we are on the Dogecoin.
OMG, y'all gotta get on that Robinhood or any trading platform. We can do Fidelity, do the TD Ameritrade. But what else we got? Coinbase. So guys, check out that Dogecoin because if you're trying to make money, new money, that's the way to do it. Do your little research real quick and then buy in. Or
as a matter of fact, you can hit Etienne up or me in the DM or on the comments, and we could talk about a little Dogecoin action. Okay, give you like extra little bucks in your bank account. Let
me give you an example. All right, let's say I bought Dogecoin about 4 months ago at 0.0013. All right. If you bought like a 1,000 shares right now, you would literally be up about
100,000.
No. Like if I put 200 in, let's say you roughly be up by $6,000.
Okay, and
I'm just giving you an example. That's how crazy it is.
And for you guys that don't know what we're talking about trading. We're talking about stocks. This is what we're talking about. Okay, you hear about Bitcoin. There's a thing called Dogecoin
and Ethereum.
Yeah. So about in January, Etienne told me to get in it, and I was going to drop a stack. I was going to drop a rack. Okay. However, I didn't. Had I did that, I would have been up $100,000.
You've been crazy. You've been crazy.
Okay, I wouldn't be on the show right now. Okay, I'd be in Hawaii somewhere. Okay?
No, we would have still been on the show, but we would.
No, I would have been on the show. I'd been in Hawaii. Okay.
On the show in Hawaii. How about that?
Okay, we can do that. Okay, but my next topic in up to date in 8. That's your boy.
Who that?
Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida. Somebody go ahead.
Who put him in there?
Bye. So y'all Republicans did that. I ain't do that. I ain't vote for him. Okay, I voted for somebody else. Didn't
he try to pass 2 laws?
What did he try to pass?
There was one I know he's trying to. Because the politicians, they banned them from the platforms and stuff like that.
They need to ban them again.
Like Trump. So now he's like, no, you cannot ban. He was trying to pass that.
Ban them.
What's the other one? Something about
voting rights. So now he's saying that he's trying to help with voter fraud. But listen,
we don't need him.
You guys are only going to shoot yourself in the foot because it's actually going to stop a lot of y'all white voters, y'all Republican voters, because y'all the ones that like to vote via mail. Okay. Yeah. We black people, okay? We used to be in the hot sun, okay? We used to be slaves, okay? We used to be slaves, okay?
It's true.
Okay?
So you see my melanin, that thing popping.
Yes. Okay. And then my other up-to-date in 8 is that
the Los Angeles is suck.
Okay. All right.
What happened to LeBron?
Okay, he's out hurt trying to find his hairline. That's what he's trying to do, honey. Okay? He's trying to find his hairline, okay? That's what he's trying to do, okay?
He got it.
All right. Did he get it?
Yeah, he got his hairline.
What, did he draw it back in?
Nah, he did the stem cell thing.
Stem cell, okay. Yeah, but who cares? We don't like LeBron. Goodbye, LeBron, okay? You're talented, but we don't want you on the show today. But if you want to sponsor us, we will mention your name all day.
LeBron, I support you, bro. So you can holler at me, and then we can distribute the funds.
Throw a check, okay? Throw a check, okay? And in August, all you parents, this is something, a little special Mother's Day present for everybody. The kids are going back to school.
Actually, it could be a little strenuous for the parents.
Okay.
Too.
Let me tell you something. All right. Everybody gonna catch COVID. All right. Because the little crumb snatchers are gonna be they're gonna be in people's face. People gonna go to school sick, and everyone's going to catch COVID at that time. Okay.
I think a lot of people got vaccinated. Huh?
Not the kids.
Not the kids.
Not the kids. I mean, even though the vaccine is out there for the kids, but my thing is, you don't know what this vaccine is doing to people. So why would you give it to your kids?
But you
don't know if it's going to stop them from having kids, shrink up a testicle, shrink up a boob, give them breast cancer. You don't know what this. I mean, I'm not against the vaccination. I'm not against the vaccine, but I'm against if you don't know what you're vaccinating your kids with.
But you notice they said the kids don't have to even be masked. So that's what's
facts.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah. Everyone's going to catch COVID. Okay, that's what it's going to be. Everyone's going to catch COVID, honey. Okay. So if you think it went away,
it didn't.
It's not. It's going to grow. Okay. This hair is everywhere, guys.
Look at this stuff. Girl, look at this stuff. Embrace your darkness.
Okay. I like the dark. Okay. You see the producer. I like the dark. Okay.
Oh, yeah. My brother is.
Okay.
He is chocolate.
Chocolate like this shirt. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, we want to just briefly talk about all these shootings that are going on in the world. Y'all, listen, don't sleep. Stay woke. Okay. When you're going to grocery stores, when you're going to Walmart, please stay woke. All right. Go out and get your gun license, get your gun permit. Just be ready for anything because this world is getting crazy, y'all. We ain't going to get too much into it.
Yeah.
That's going to be a whole nother show, but we will definitely,
yeah, we got to talk on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Because I don't like guns, but I even went to get my license because wifey was like, I'd rather you be prepared. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So I don't want to be a sitting duck and be like, oh, Lord Jesus, you too late now, bro.
Facts.
Would you throw bottles?
Facts.
What's that going to do? Come on now.
So, but that is my up-to-date in 8.
Yeah. So we're going to bring on a special guest?
Yeah. So today, our topic is...
What is the topic?
Veteran to entrepreneur, and is the military a scam? So let's talk about it, okay? So we have a great guest. I don't know if she's ready. I see an empty chair. She might have to go release a bladder. I don't know. But we're gonna give her a second.
We can talk about it a little bit.
What are we gonna talk about?
I mean, I remember like in high school, they'll be like, "Oh, sign up for the army." I'm like, I'm not going out there to be the first one they put on the front line. We all have this misconception that, oh, you go to the military, you're gonna go fight, you're gonna be in the Air Force. Dude, like, I don't want to hurt nobody.
Well, they sell you a dream. They say, oh, you could come and be in the airplanes and you could be a doctor and a engineer. You can get all that. Is it a scam?
I don't know.
Because the people that I see come out of the armies, they treat like crap. Okay, that's how I see it. Okay, but our special guest, this is why we brought her on.
She had to clear that in there
to help us debunk or even clarify some of these
false narratives.
Yeah, and if you got any questions for her, for sure, jump into the inbox, y'all. Okay, don't forget to follow me and Etienne, Ratchet T Podcast. You can follow me, Menda Candelaria DeVoe, on Facebook.
And what about Etienne Similien on Instagram?
Etienne Similien. And you can follow me too on Instagram. I don't know what my Instagram is.
It's business right now. Business.
It's right now business solutions. You can follow me on that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's tax season.
But you can also follow me on Ratchet T for sure.
Yeah, man.
All right, for sure.
So in the meantime, our guest is just chilling.
Well, won't you tell the people, because we love the people, because we live for the people. Okay.
Tell the people about the guest.
Come on, guest.
This guest here, we went way back in high school, and all of a sudden she disappeared for like 15 years. We're like, what happened?
Like she just disappeared right now for 5 minutes.
And then, so when we spoke, she went to the military.
Okay.
And I was like, why would you go to the military? You know what I mean? You can go to college. But clearly there's something benefits about military that I don't know. And I want her to tell me about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in the meantime, how was your day though?
It was good, man. It was good. I think she's ready. I think she's here.
Why is it good? Because you made some money on Doge?
I made some money on Dogecoin. Okay. Okay.
And then we signed Menda up on Forex.
Yeah, yes. Yo. We're gonna do some international trading, okay? Yeah. We're gonna teach all you guys. We should do a little podcast on that.
We're gonna bring the expertise because we're still novice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're gonna bring our real life experiences.
Yeah, actually, our guest here, she knows a lot about a lot of things.
Okay, well.
So we might have to pick her brain, yeah?
Well, without further ado, you take it over.
Our guest, her name is Glass Bien-Aimé, guys. Give my girl a warm welcome, virtually.
And she's from where? Where is she from?
She's from actually Lake Worth, Florida.
Oh, here we go. Hey!
You guys are so hype. Oh my goodness.
You know what?
In the studio. We haven't been in here, honey, for a while.
It's Friday too.
And it's hot.
And it's Friday and y'all drinking. I mean, there's so many elements.
Girl,
this
pretend
is seltzer water. Water. See, it's clear.
Girl, I ain't drinking. It's just Saturday.
Sprite.
Girl, this is Sprite. Literally over here by itself. All right. So what's up, homie?
Come on. Introduce yourself. Tell the people where you're from. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I, like he said, I'm from Lake Worth originally.
You from L-Dub?
Together.
Go up your sign.
I don't even remember. Do you remember the sign? Do you remember?
Yeah.
But
Oh shoot!
No. That's saying hello. That's not.
So I'm originally from Lake Worth, class of 2004. I actually I ended up graduating from South Tech. I went on to get my bachelor's and then later on joining the military. I actually joined later in life because my parents, being the Haitian parents that they are, yeah, they were so against the military service because of obvious reasons, how people have portrayed it, which is, you're going to go and die, so my parents were like, we'll pay for college. Yeah, but that's not true. I mean, I learned through obviously experiencing myself firsthand, but they pretty much deterred me from doing it. And as I got older, it was still itching. It was still something that I wanted to do. So I ended up doing it later in life, and I wouldn't take it back. Like, it's the best thing I've ever done.
My question for you though, right? Like, you out of high school, right? So you were like, I want to go to the military, but what made you say, man, I want to go serve this country? Don't you? I know there's a lot of stigmatism, like you said. The Haitian people say, "Oh, you're going to kill people." I thought the same thing. That's why I bailed out.
Well, one of the ways that you could have gotten out of class was to take the ASVAB. Do you remember that? Like, you could get out of class.
I never took that joint. I acted like I was disabled.
They bust you down to take the ASVAB.
Yeah. So I got out of the class, took the ASVAB. They explained all the options to you after you test. They tell you, okay, based on your score, these are the jobs that are available to you, right? And I wanted to do it. I brought it to my parents' attention, and they were like, nope. And being that I was their only child, they're like, I'm not losing my only child to the military.
I get it.
Yeah, but after joining, I realized it's not as bad as people seem, and it's more like the movies. They make it seem like they're yelling in your ear. They do that, but that's such a small part of it. It's only 6 to 12 weeks of basic training that you get that experience. That's it.
Question. But what do they do in basic training?
Well, hold on before we go there, because we're going to get to that part. Okay, so hold on. So you're in high school. The parents are like, heck no, you're not going. You're my only child. You're going to die. Okay. All right. You was like, I'm about to take this ASVAB because I don't want to be in class.
Right.
That's how kids are, right?
Yeah.
So you go down and you take this ASVAB. And is there a specific score that you needed to reach? Like, is there do you have to, is there a minimum that you got to reach? And then
there's a minimum.
Do you pass it? Do you fail it? And then if you pass, do they say, okay, well, you could be the plumber because that's the grade that you got? Yeah,
you could totally be the plumber if that's the grade that you got. Oh man, I have a disturbance.
It's okay. It's okay. On Wednesdays, I have dogs. It's okay. They don't know how to shut the hell up. It's okay. It's okay.
That's Penny.
She will not let me live.
She has mother duties, y'all. Don't judge her.
Mother duties.
It's Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day weekend.
My tooth.
Okay.
I want to eat it.
All right.
Eat it, girl. Go ahead. Get your snack on, honey.
So I get handed cantaloupes. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Close the door, please.
I'm gonna give me a cantaloupe. Why'd you bring cantaloupe?
Girl,
What's wrong with you?
I don't
Thank
eat
you.
that. Girl, I do. I
okay.
Like green
So Etienne, as much as I tried, I set her up for success, and I set her up for success, and I'm still.
Come on, bring in the camera. Where is she at? Where is she? Get that baby.
Oh, she's gone now. She's
okay.
Yes.
Oh, she's there, honey. She's there. You thought she was gone. She's still there.
Tell her, hey, tell Penny, go read the book, Penny.
Oh my goodness. No, I set her up, but they need you. So
we talk about test scores when you went down.
Test scores. Okay, so upon testing, there is a score that they look for. It depends on what branch you're looking to go into.
Okay.
One of the ones that requires the highest, because they're just like that. The Air Force is the highest.
Air Force, bougie, Air Force people.
The Air Force we call them the chair force. Active duty, we call them the chair force because a lot of their jobs they're sitting down. So,
bougie, all you people that are in the Air Force, you're bougie and you're lazy.
No, they're still serving and protecting our country. We gotta respect that.
And you're lazy while you're serving and protecting. Okay.
Yeah. But so the Air Force requires a higher score. The one that requires the lowest score is the Army and the Marines.
Why? Because they're the ones that go. They're the infantry.
No, because they're infantry. So with infantry, you don't. As long as you can point and shoot, you can follow orders. You don't really need a high score. So typically, I think it's 35 and higher. And then Air Force was 45 and higher at the time that I was enrolling.
So if you go around and actually act like you don't want to pass this test, you mess around and get put into infantry. Oh,
yeah, you could be, but you also have other jobs that you can select from. It's not just one job that becomes available. Depending on your score, everything could become available for you. Let's say you're a good test taker, you did really good. It's kind of like the SATs, right? It's kind of like the ACTs or SATs. And so it's similar. So you're doing math, you're doing word problems, defining words and things like that. And then that score determines what type of jobs you would qualify for. And the medical positions, which what I went into is the medical field is what I went into are some of the higher scores.
So you went into the medical.
So you real smart.
I'm real smart, and I ended up becoming a paratrooper, so I got to jump out of planes.
I know you got back.
That's super dope.
I got back problems, knee problems, you name it, I have it. But so pretty much, I got out of class by taking the ASVAB. While I was in high school, a lot of my friends went into the service. I still have a lot of friends that are still active duty, or that they did 3 years or they did 4 years, depending on the branch they went into. They got out, they went to college, it paid for college, and then that was it, whereas some people become lifers, which they do 20 plus years. So it just depends. Yeah. But let me tell you, it was a great experience. Even basic training, though, that group of people, the 200 people that I went through it with are
your family.
Like, they're my family. Like you can never undo that experience. You know what I mean?
Is there certain things they keep like let's say during training, you can't let the military, let people know, like the kind of training, that grueling thing that you go through? You know how the Navy SEALs has certain things?
I mean, there's certain things that are specific to your field, but there's certain things that are specific to your field, but no, there's nothing that you can't not say. Like I can tell you verbatim how my boot camp experience went. You know what I mean? Like it's not hush hush.
So Sheila, we have a comment. Sheila says, OMG, thank you so much for this. My daughter told me she wants to go to the Marines and am so scared, but this is making me feel better.
Yes, good. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to come on and talk about it, because there's such a bad stigma. And one of the things when I first got out, I was going to the churches, I was going to the high schools and the middle schools and talking to students about Plan B and Plan C, because a lot of parents, they don't, in our community, don't have the money to pay for school for their children. Yes. One way that you can do it, and a lot of people join, they join because they need to pay for school. That's one way. And then another one is just the honor, like your grandfather went, your father went, and now it's time for you to go. I'm the first generation to join the service. So I'll always have that. I hope my daughter joins, but all these bad, like afterwards, what was so crazy is that my mother attended my graduation after my basic training was over, and she cried. And I'm glad I paid for her flight to come out. Her and her friend came out and they attended, and they saw just a time-honored tradition, the tradition of how graduation is done, how much respect and honor goes into it. And she was wowed, and I was on every refrigerator magnet, and so now it's a different perspective. She now knows that I'm gonna be okay. She knows that I'm protected. She knows I have a second family. She knows I made it through basic training and I made it alive, So her perspective changed after I was done with basic training.
Since she saw that her perspective changed, I'm pretty sure now she's spreading that thing like wildfire to the Haitian community.
Oh yeah, she was wearing t-shirts.
Yeah, it's over.
She's wearing t-shirts and everything. And the thing is, they think you're going to go to die. Well, guess what? Military personnel are dental assistants. They're dental techs. They are surgical techs. They're in the operating room at the facilities. Think about it. The soldiers are taking care of the soldiers. So all these positions that you have in the civilian world have to be filled in the military world to serve the soldiers. So you have pediatricians, you have nurses, you have doctors, you have ophthalmologists, ophthalmology techs. All these positions have to be filled because guess what? Us as soldiers, we have to go get our eyes checked. We have to go see an OBGYN. We have to go see, we have to get our blood drawn. So a technician, a phlebotomist has to draw the blood. So all these positions are filled by other soldiers, and you're trained after basic training. You go and you learn a trade, whatever you qualified for, and then you go on to a duty station where you then execute that job.
So Sheila said, that's what she said. She wants to honor my grandfather because he was in the Marines until he was 75. So that's amazing.
That's beautiful.
So let's walk back a little bit because now you took the ASVAB. Now you got your job, right? Mm-hmm. You were able to pick out of these certain amount of jobs, right? Mm-hmm. So you go home, you graduate high school, they ship you off.
Right.
They ship you off to the desert. Where did they ship you across? Like, where do you go?
Okay, so depending on what branch of service, I went into the Army, okay? So the Army, I can only really speak for the Army, but every branch has a different place that they send you to go and train. So for example, my training, for basic training, I went to Oklahoma. And after Oklahoma, I then went to trade school for my trade at the largest facility, which is in Texas, Fort Sam Houston in Texas. So I did basic training. After I was done with basic training, I then went to my tech school. After my tech school, while you're in tech school, you get assigned your duty station. And my assignment, halfway through your tech school, you find out where your duty station is. And I opened mine up and I was assigned Anchorage, Alaska. I was assigned Alaska. So that was my first duty station.
And how long were you in Anchorage, Alaska?
I was in Alaska for 3 years. So one term. Wow. And then after that, I was then assigned Colorado. I went to Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Wow. That's awesome. That's dope. Yeah, so you got a chance to see and live in a different
place.
You lived on the base, correct?
So I lived on base. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So tell us and the viewers, those that are looking.
Yeah.
Because I know you lived it.
Yeah.
So it's easy for you. But our viewers, they're like, well, what was it like? Like, how was it? So when I know I'm kind of like breaking it down to like little baby steps.
No, I love that you're doing that.
Yeah, but I want people to really understand because I see the passion that you have for the Army. Because I'm going to be honest, I was like, oh hell no, my kid never never.
Oh no, it's really.
I don't ever have 15 kids, child. No one never ever better ever.
Pastor.
Right. Pastor, you're dead because you ain't gonna go. I'm gonna kill you myself. Okay.
Oh man,
I see the passion, and I'm so glad we're having this open conversation because people really need to understand it. They feel like a lot of Black people, a lot of Hispanic people, a lot of minorities. They shouldn't serve. You know what I'm saying? Because we're already out here in the world getting killed, child.
Correct.
So, no, but the thing is,
but that's the way
the only way to change that is to be a part of the change, right?
Yes.
And it was amazing to see in high-ranking positions other people that look like me. And if I didn't join, I wouldn't have known that. There were women that looked like me. There were men that were the same race as me and the same color as me that were higher ranked in higher ranked positions. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to be them, And so it was a learning experience for myself as well. Even though that I had chosen to join, I didn't know that I was going to see a lot of people that look like me. But there is people that look like me. It depends on your duty station. But I saw sergeant majors that were Black just like me, so, and Haitian just like me, which was another extra element. But joining and being shipped off. Okay, so you get to your duty station, you get processed, right? You get processed, so they assigned you a room, and you live in the barracks. If you're a single soldier, you're not married before going in, which I was not married, and so I lived in the barracks. So the barracks are quarters that are provided to you that you may share with one other person, or depending on if you're in the Air Force, you get a single unit. But if you're in the Army, you share with one other person, share bathroom, kitchen area, and your private room is your private room, separate doors and everything else. And so it's like a dorm, like almost like college. It's almost like college. And you have meals that are provided for you. So literally, I didn't have a need for anything. Even transportation, you have people at your unit that could come pick you up. You live on the grounds on the base, so you can literally walk to your job every day if you needed to. So it's an opportunity to save money. It's an opportunity to not spend anything, because everything, clothes is provided, socks, underwear, everything is provided for you.
Wow, I'm
signing up right now. Let's go.
Stop.
Let's go.
Well,
take care of your family.
You might not qualify, because it's after 32, you can't join unless you get a waiver. Unless you get a waiver, or you're a professional with a bachelor's in something. Like if you're an optometrist, you can join. If you're a pediatrician, you can join.
What if I'm an accountant?
You need accountants too, but think about it. The military has to balance their books.
That's right. I'm gone.
So it's basically like another world with the
it's like another society inside a society.
Taking care of their society, if that makes
right.
And yours and this like the America as a whole, the US as a whole. So it's not just us taking care of each other. We're also taking care of each other and taking care of civilians, the world, So, yeah.
So there's a question, not me. The question was, Sheila had a question. Once you leave to serve, how long before you get to visit your family?
Okay. So I had an opportunity to see my mother for 3 days, which was right after basic training. And there's something called hometown leave, where you can, after you're done with basic training, after you're done with tech school, doesn't matter what branch you're in, whether you're in Air Force or you're in Army or whatever, right after tech school, after you learn your trade, you can go, as long as your recruiter signs off, which most recruiters do, where you can go do hometown recruiting. So prior to going to your duty station for 2 weeks, you get to see your family, and you get to recruit. So during the day, whether it's from 9 to 12 or 9 to 1, which is what I did, 9 to 1 or 9 to 2, you go and you hang out with the recruiter in the recruiting office, and then Monday through Friday, and then the evenings you spent with your family. So you were still physically working, because once you join the military, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are active duty. So this allowed you to at least be home in the evenings and see your family, and of course on the weekends. So it was a great opportunity to do it. So whenever someone joins, I recommend them to do hometown recruiting, and your recruiter just has to sign off on it while you're in tech school, and that's it.
Question: how's your hours like? You wake up at what, 5 a.m? You gotta clean, mop the floors, mop the base, and what is it like?
Yeah. It depends. So basic training, A drill sergeant could come in at any time and wake you up, right? But once you're in your job, you're at your duty station. There's a plane going by. Hold on. You're at your job and you're at your duty station. Your hours are different depending on your unit, but typically you wake up in the morning before 6:30. You have to get to your job to go exercise. You then form up with your unit. After you're done doing that, which you get information for the day, and then you start working out for an hour. You're allowed probably another hour to go home and get dressed and shower, and then you eat, and then you come back to work. So it depends on the unit, but you work all day. You literally work all day. So starting around 6 to as late as 6 at night. And if you work in the hospital, like I did, I got better hours. I went to my unit around 6:30, and then I worked out until 7:30, 7:45. 9 o'clock, I had to be at work. So it gave me from 7:45 to get food, shower, and get back to work. And from 9 to 4:30, I worked. And then I went home after 4:30. And the evenings are yours, depending on your unit, right? If you work in the hospital or a clinic, I worked in the clinic at one point. I worked in the hospital at one point. So I had normal hours. But if you work at a unit, your hours could be longer. You could work until 8 o'clock at night if you're preparing for something like deployment.
See, in my mind, I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Major Payne. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm thinking like the Army is like that movie, Major Payne. You know, like they're yelling at you, they're screaming at you, they're making you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, running you into the ground.
Yeah, that's only for 6 to 12 weeks.
So there you go, people. 6 to 12 weeks. That's your basic training.
So by them doing that, right?
And then
is that to break you, to mold you? Or it's like, what is that part?
To shape you, to have a better understanding. Let me tell you, I went in weighing 150 pounds into basic training. I left basic training weighing 120 pounds. So, and I was lean, I was fit.
Rip.
I could run 2 miles, 5 miles, no problem.
I need that.
So you get in shape.
Hey, we got to get her on basic training.
I need that. Yeah, I need that, honey. Okay, take some of this weight off of me, honey. Lord. Okay,
that's crazy.
So
man.
After basic training, you went to tech school. Then after tech school, you got. Now, how did you know? Like, so when you went into your trade school.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that you were presented, and then you opened it up. Like, I mean,
it was online. We had a computer that was in front of us that we were training on, and you go into your emails, and there's a separate section that you're waiting for them to upload your information to, and it tells you what your duty station is. You're either super excited or you're like, oh hell no. You know what I mean?
Well, what is that based off of though? Like,
it's based on need. It's based on need. So the way it works is, for example, when I was in Alaska, I served 3 years. About a year before I was about to leave that duty station, another person with my same job, MOS, came to replace me.
Got it.
So they prepare you. So as someone's leaving and is due to go to another duty station, they're planning for the next person to come in.
Okay. So I think this is super dope because, I never really had an opportunity to speak to somebody about it.
Yeah.
Like I wish I did because I would like to.
I feel like I missed out. I feel like I missed out.
I'm like, man, I'm gonna listen.
I'm happy still though.
I appreciate the fact that you served us, and thank you for serving us and protecting us. Absolutely. But I felt like I needed this talk before I had some kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before
for sure.
Enough, because then I would have been like, go to the Army.
You probably would have never met your baby.
Probably.
Or you would have met someone in the military.
Yeah. So after trade school, so they Hunger Gamed you, like, oh, you are a, they presented you like you are a
sniper,
or you're jumping out of planes.
You were a nurse.
Oh, and that's something that I did. I jumped out of planes for a living. So what happens is I had that extra element. So after basic training for me, after basic training, I went to tech school. After tech school, I went to paratrooper school and became a paratrooper. And after that, I went to hometown pregnancy leave, and then I got my duty station.
Okay, so and that's when you was in Alaska, Anchorage.
That's when I was in Alaska.
2 years.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so I have another question. My daughter wants to know if it's best to do the ROTC in high school first and join right after graduation.
Oh, okay. So ROTC is a good way to introduce you to the way that you walk, the way that you carry yourself, and understand a bit of the lingo, as well as just have an idea of what the push-ups, sit-ups, and training will be like. I think it's a great introduction, but that's not it. That's not all. That's literally preparing her for basic training, and that's it. So, but I think it's good. I think you should do it if she's interested. It'll also, that experience will help her determine whether she wants to do it or not as well.
You said something that triggered. You said they teach you how to walk with confidence. So they instill confidence in you.
Yeah, they instill confidence in you, but it's also walking with a group of people. You walk, and if your drill sergeant says, "Hey, go left," "Hey, go right," you guys shift left, shift right together. You guys turn. It teaches you how to march.
They one band, one song.
Yeah.
One band, one sound.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's from drumline.
One thing that I liked about the service is that it allowed me to have. I didn't grow up with siblings, and so I automatically had a group of brothers, a group of sisters, and like everybody's so inviting, and even the people that aren't, there's a reason, and it's often because of ranking, but overall you have an automatic family, and that's one reason to join.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So remember, how that I got a question for you. You know how you said there were higher officials that looked like you, right? That were there's Haitians that were your lieutenant and stuff like that. So is there, like, when it comes to racism, how is that? It's non-existent there? Or when it comes to...
You have no choice. You have no choice. Does it exist? Yes, it does exist. There are people from all walks of life with all accents that speak. I went to basic training with this young lady, and she was from the Philippines. Upon joining, she became a citizen, and she was from the Philippines, right? I also joined with someone from Tennessee. I joined with someone from Alabama. These were all in my dormitory. Everybody had different accents and from different walks of life. Some people had never seen Black people. Like, honestly, they had never seen Black people, and other people had never interacted or had conversations with them. And you're forced to sit with these people and eat. You're forced to sit with these people, and all that is out of the way. You're in one uniform. Everybody looks alike. All the boys have the same haircut. The women, all their hair is all pinned back. Everybody looks the same. So, and then your main focus is to train, is to get understanding, so your focus isn't race. Your focus, does it happen? Yes, it happens, because there's people that are just that aren't good people. There's people that aren't good people within the service, but it weeds people out, and you have but to work with each other, and you form a brotherhood and sisterhood at the end of the day with someone that might have never interacted with Black people and had a stigma, and upon being in that environment with them, you become brothers and sisters, and they don't see color. So does it happen? Yes. So basic training is one world, right? When you get it out into the actual army after training, after everything, it's just like regular life. You have people that say little comments and little things like that, but you just move past it.
Because you're mentally strong.
It makes you stronger. It makes you stronger.
And you're physically strong. You're physically strong, and you can punch somebody in the throat.
Is that hoorah? Is that
kill
what
you
it
with
is?
my bare hands. Ha ha. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You guys are so silly.
Okay. So now we went to Anchorage, Alaska. So let me ask you, served 3 years in Anchorage. Loving what you did. Did you love it there in Alaska?
I loved it. And then when I did have free time, which we do get free time, you try not to spend too much time with the people you work with, but you end up spending time, and the people that were there before you end up showing you around. Like, for example, when I arrived, I didn't have a car because my car was being shipped there, right? For 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I didn't have a car. So I was being chauffeured around by the people I worked with, and they show you around. They'll tell you where nightlife is good, where the best food to eat. And in Alaska, the king crab is really popular. fresh seafood, salmon, halibut, huh?
Eskimos?
Eskimo. There's Eskimos there. Yeah, there are Eskimos.
Did you get to see whales?
Yeah, beluga whales there. Berry picking is a thing there. You meet a lot of the natives, and you learn the way that they live. A lot of people live on in villages where they've never left that area. Like it's amazing. So you learn a new culture. I ended up learning a new culture, learning new surroundings, getting into new activities. I learned how to fat bike. I learned how to you name it. I did.
What is fat bike? Like you put me on a bike
and then
you can
tire out. Is that
can pedal through snow? You can pedal.
I was like, you put somebody fat on a bike and then
you fat bike.
Oh my God, no! You guys are ridiculous.
Okay, so then after Anchorage, Alaska, you went to Texas.
I went to Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. I'm sorry. You went to Colorado, and did you have the same job there, or was it different?
Same job in the hospital setting. It was similar experience. Yeah.
And how many years did you stay in Colorado?
I stayed in Colorado. I finished out my term. I didn't re-enlist because upon leaving Alaska, I ended up having my daughter. And so I became a parent, and it changed my perspective. And I wanted to be there for her because I knew a lot of people that I worked with, and being deployed and working long hours and going for training and serving, 10, 20 years, they missed out on raising their child. And I didn't want that for myself. I wanted to know my kid, and yeah.
So you were in the Army for a total of how many years?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. Now at that time, are you considered fully vested? Are you like,
Oh, yeah, you're considered one full term. One full term is considered a full act of full service. Yeah.
Is that 4 years?
Is that 4 years, 5 years?
It depends on where. It depends on how you enlisted. Because my agreement was only a 3-year enlistment.
So you have a choice to pick how long you serve.
And you can decide whether to re-enlist or not re-enlist. So I didn't re-enlist
because you're a baby. So let's talk about that real brief. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because you have a lot of women that are in the service. Mm-hmm. They go, we're women, we have kids. Okay. We have sex, we have kids. That's what it is. That's what happens. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're in the service, because you said, hey, that changed my perspective. That really struck a chord with me, because I see the passion and the love that you have for the service. But then it kind of, like you said, you kind of shifted because you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
I became a parent.
I became a parent. What made, besides being pregnant, what kind of thoughts were going through your mind in case some other young lady, is looking at
for sure. So I was single in the military. I was with my daughter's father, her father, and everything. And so, but I wasn't married. So things are different. That's one, right? 2, when you're pregnant, you can't do the same jobs. I can no longer jump out of planes. I'm no longer deployable. So at that time, once you become pregnant, you are given the opportunity to get out of the military or stay in. Because think about it, they can't use you for 9 months and probably 6 months after that, So, so I was given that opportunity. I decided to stay in, and I stayed in. I carried out my term, and I took maternity leave, and then came back. And I had something to prove, right? That I can come back stronger. So I made sure that I worked hard, because you have to become a valuable member of your team. So it's just like the real world. When you have a baby, you can, if you've had a job, they might not let you keep that same position. They might hold they might hold a job at your, they might hold a job for you, but not necessarily allow you to or move up or things like that, right? So you have something to prove. And so they're like, oh, she has a kid. So actually, because I had a kid and I had a kid in daycare, I could only work no later than 6:30 because I had to go get her out of daycare. But if you're dual military, they know that one person can go get her and one person can work longer hours. So that was also an element that you have to consider after having children, so whether you want to stay in and go with the changes that happens with being a parent and making time You know, it's different when you're in the military because you have that extra element of serving and you have to be selfless and you have to serve your duty, right? But if you have a kid, I'll serve my duty until 6:30 and then I gotta go, you know? So
right. So then you said that you weren't married and that things are kind of different. Mm-hmm. How so? How is it different when you're not married versus when you are married?
Just like I told you, like if you have dual military, if you have both, if you have, whether you have dual military or you have a partner, you're married, right? Someone else can go pick up your kid.
Gotcha.
Whereas I didn't have that. So I was considered a single soldier. And it was almost like you have a label on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's why you had to make sure that you came back. So you have to make sure you came back to prove them I got
exactly
you.
Came back harder. So I made sure my run time was good. I made sure that when I worked out, I actually have a kid. Hold on.
Oh, here she comes.
Are you okay?
Oh, is she all right? I'm gonna drink.
Hold on.
Okay. See, now my whole perspective.
This is a slight commercial break.
Yeah.
We have mother duties. It's Mother's Day. No, this is not a music break. It's a slight commercial break.
But yo.
Okay, so hopefully this is helping somebody out here today.
I feel like
because this is what this is for. This is what we're here for. When I tell you we're here for the people, because we love the people, this is what we're here for. So hopefully somebody out here is getting some valuable information. And if it is valuable to you, share it.
Yeah,
share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with everyone. Okay. Share it with people that you think are going into the military. She is freaking awesome sauce. Okay.
If we share it now, people would definitely want to go to the military.
Absolutely. Like I want to go.
My whole perspective has changed.
I thought it was a sham. I thought it was like, I ain't gonna lie. I thought the military was a straight up sham.
It's like being in college.
It was for the birds. It was bunk. Okay. It was bunk.
Man.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Because now it's like, I could have just went there and if you did college over there and learned your trade over there and you would have come out with perks and whatever.
Correct. You could have came out with no college debt. I'm just saying, what the hell? What the hell is wrong with me?
They didn't tell us that.
Okay. No one told me this. Okay. I just want to let you know.
It's like National Reserve. You know, too, one thing that made me didn't go was like in high school, the 9/11 happened. And after that, I was like, oh, hell no. They getting us ready to go fight. And I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not.
And then on top of that, you hear all the horror stories, right? People getting raped, people getting killed, it's just so many horror stories. And then the TV, the television doesn't help, right? So it doesn't show this side. Now, and granted, everything isn't so awesome. I'm sure there's,
of course,
things like she said, there's a little bit of racism, but primarily they don't focus on that
because weed them out.
Yeah. So with anything, you can't go into saying, oh, it's gravy. It's gonna have its good and its bad. And I'm sure that she's seen some bad.
Correct.
But so far from what I'm gathering, she's had a great experience.
Just
that might not be the case for everybody.
Just like it's in the real world, there's good and there's bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I
think that's super dope. I can't wait for her to get back. Oh, here she go. Okay, girl. The baby okay?
She's okay.
I told her to bring on camera
time. Was acting up and she couldn't change the show and she had a meltdown.
Honey, this is real live, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
This is real live. We bring it to you hot and fresh, honey. We don't pre-record nothing. we get it all live, honey. This is Mother's Day weekend.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day. Yes.
Happy Mother's Day, homie.
Yes.
Thank you, love. Thank you. Tell your wife Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah. So, okay. So back on, because we were just talking how dope you are. Like, you're super dope. And I was just telling everyone that they should share this video with everybody. And with anything, there's good and there's bad. And I'm sure that you've seen some bad, but from what we get, so far it's been a great experience for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So now,
for me, I had an amazing experience. There were some little tiffs, but nothing that you wouldn't have in the civilian world, the regular world. And it took me time after getting out to adjust, to order outside of the military. But overall, I have good experiences. But you have people in the military that use their rank and like, well, don't you know who I am? But people do that outside in the real world.
Right.
Like, don't you know who, like they'll use their name, Elon Musk or whoever, and be like, don't you know who I am? Or
no,
or basketball player or whoever, you know.
Oh,
it's
gotcha,
the same thing.
No.
When you're in the military, certain people use their rank and will use their rank above you to try and get you to do things. Men trying to get certain women. I mean, you see it everywhere, but that's not always
manipulation type thing.
Relationships, because in the military, lower ranking junior enlisted cannot be with senior soldiers. You know what I mean? So that's also a thing. And so don't get me wrong, people date, but they want you to date within your rank.
Right.
Well, if my rank, I want to look up there. I want her up there, sergeant. And I'm out here mopping. I want her.
Peon. I'm a peon. You're gonna find somebody else mopping the floor.
You're trying to get in trouble. You're trying to get out.
No,
but there's things that happen. There's things that happen in Alaska. One of the things that we had in the state of Alaska, colder states have issues with alcohol, you know, so we have people drinking underage that are 18, just got out of high school, joined the military. So they're on their own and they're drinking, and then they go and drive. You know, you have the same type of dilemmas. They're just soldiers. Soldiers make mistakes too. But that's not always the case. And what they try and do is they nip it in the butt. They reprimand them. And if, for example, smoking marijuana is because you're a federal employee, you can't smoke marijuana while active. If they do a random,
it's legal now.
So if you do a random test, if they do a random test, you pop positive, you're out of the military.
Oh, hell no. Just for that one blunt, I'm out.
Crazy.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
but you're sacrificing. That's the whole
I know. I get it. I know.
You're sacrificing the everyday norms of civilian life to give everybody else their freedom. So, and you have to be in their mindset, right mind, right body, and everything else.
So dishonorable discharge, is that what they call it?
Dishonorable discharge. Like I have an honorable discharge. I was able to right now they're paying for my doctorates. I'm getting my doctorates. I used the GI Bill to get my doctorates.
Well, you about to talk about perks right now. Woo.
I'm getting perks. I got medical benefits. You know, while you're active duty, you get full medical benefits. If you have dental work that you needed done while you're active duty, that's all covered. Vision issues, you get glasses every year. You name it, ear issues, whatever. You're covered. Like you have no issues. Full medical coverage. Your children, when you're active duty, when they're born, while you're active duty, they're covered for the time that you're in the service. Excuse me. So, I mean, there's so many benefits. Upon getting out, I had the GI Bill, my first house, which Etienne has been to. I purchased using the VA benefit, so which automatically guarantees me a loan to purchase a home. So people don't have that. You normally have to get approved and go through all this process, and I didn't have to do that. So,
and lower interest rates and all.
Lower interest rates and all. So yeah.
And no closing costs.
And yeah, no down payment on the first house. Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Now she said the first house.
Yeah, on the first house. Yeah.
You said the first house.
Yeah.
How many houses we got? Come on.
We have several. So since getting out, I've gotten into real estate. I've gotten into stocks. I've gotten into trading. So I do other things. But for VA loan, to get a VA home loan, it's on your primary residence, right? And you have zero down payment. It's a guaranteed loan up to $450,000 for your house. So it's amazing. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Your credit score don't even matter. So your credit, they fix your credit too?
No, you got to make sure you keep your credit up. But yeah, you'll get approved for a home loan, but you have to still do all the right things. But what's really nice is you just pay for closing costs, but you don't have to pay, 3% or anything. It's 0%. So I didn't have to put anything down on my first home.
So now let's talk a little bit about pay. Okay, because I know everything is pay, right? So at the end of the day, I'm sure somebody was like, "Well, what will she work for free?"
Every 2 weeks?
Of course, no, of course not.
Let me tell you. So before I tell you how much my pay was, I want to tell you, and you could look up the pay online. Like it's public information, kind of like presidents and senators and mayors, huh?
like FBI files and stuff. You can look it up and you'll see cases on Tupac, Martin Luther King. You can read all that.
We talk about pay.
But you can look it up though. You can look it up just like anything.
You can look it up. It's public information. Yeah. So you can see based on rank, based on rank what pay is, and depending on the state and things like that, you can see all that online. So that's public information. Everybody gets the same pay. It's universal pay for the rank, right? But I'll tell you, prior to going in, I was in sales. I was a district sales manager. Prior to that, I've always been in sales. So prior to joining the military, I was in sales, and I made good money, right? I was making over 100,000. When I joined the military, I made less than 50,000, right? Less than 30,000. Okay. But I was the happiest I had been. I was making 30,000, but I didn't have to pay for food. I didn't have to pay for clothes. I didn't have to pay for shelter. So how much is 30,000 when you don't have to pay for anything?
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So I was able to save while active duty, which if you do it right at 18, you join at 18, or you allow your child to join at 18. They can learn a lot, and they can have savings upon getting out. This is huge. And especially if you're deployed for 9 months or something like that. In the 9 months, you're not spending anything because you're deployed, you're gone, right? You don't have to pay for housing. You don't have to pay for anything. You're able to save that. I know people that were deployed for 9 months. They come back, they have 20,000 in their bank account. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful, y'all rich.
We over here on
y'all are rich. You military people are rich, honey. Give me a loan. Okay.
Yeah, I was the happiest I had been. Like, I literally had no expenses. While you're active duty, you don't have any student loans. You literally have nothing to worry about. Unless you get unless you start something. You get into a car you shouldn't be in, you get, jewelry or get some. I have been summoned. I love that this conversation. I love the direction that we've gone, but I also have motherly duties.
Yeah. And
she busy.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, before we let you go, because I know we didn't want to take up most of your time, but tell the people where to follow you, if they got questions, how to reach you. No, you don't got to give out your cell number, child.
No.
They can hit you in the DM or, find you on Facebook or Instagram. Give it to them.
Oh, well, right now I'm not on there. I'm taking a break from social media, but
you can't find it. How about that? You better rewatch it on videotape, okay? You better rewatch it.
But but my Instagram handle is simply_TE_TE. But currently I'm not on social media. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on anything. I typically take a break from social media so I can focus on school. I'm getting my doctorate, so I have to pass my exams, and I don't want to be spending my late nights surfing the web.
But you do got awesome content though.
I do have awesome content. Yeah, I normally do TikTok videos, and I'm with it.
Before you go, tell the people what you're getting your doctorate in. Come on.
I'm getting it in healthcare administration.
Come on. So you will be a doctor. You'll be a doctor.
I'll be a doctor.
Yeah,
as soon as I complete my degree, my Instagram will definitely change to doctor.
So now we gotta call you doctor.
That's cool.
Everybody's gonna call me doctor. I'm gonna put it on every application. Not sir, not not sir, not ma'am, not Ms.
That's right. Because you work hard for it. You worked hard for it. Yes, girl.
Your mom's gonna be like, "Okone doctor abdomen." You know the doctor.
Well, listen, it was so wonderful to have you.
Yes.
We thank you for your wonderful knowledge and your content and sharing your life with us and the people out there. And we want to wish you happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so much. And I'd love to do this again. I know your hours and being live is like the best thing. But if you guys could do it before the kiddo comes from school, I would happily share some more knowledge.
We can get you on for stocks.
And on stocks, on real estate, and Airbnb, making money that direction.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk to you. Yeah, well, I'll hit you up later.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Yay!
All right, Jared.
Look at her. She's so cute. All right. So that was our guest. Okay. That was phenomenal. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did.
I think I'm gonna make my kids go to the military now.
It's amazing. It's amazing. That just blew my whole entire mind. She just shedded light on something that I was so racist about. I was racist.
I was afraid.
I was racist. I ain't gonna lie. I was prejudiced, racist, whatever you want to call me. That's what I was. I was like, I ain't sending my black son and my black hair. Nah, y'all better get yourself together.
Now we know it's basically free education, free money.
Yeah, I wish she would have had a couple more minutes. Maybe we'll catch her on the next time. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to talk about, like not only the benefits from it, but like overall, how did she feel like she's being treated? That she's, now that she has served the country, you know what I'm saying? Like
she's back home, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But we'll get into that on another show.
Yeah,
But moving forward, it's gonna be me and Etienne on Friday night.
Yep, yeah. I love the energy Friday, girl. I feel
Friday's
great.
Good. He's awake. Okay, he's not hustling.
Okay. But we do it for the people, though, man.
We do it for the people because we
love the people.
That's what we do. We love them. Okay. So I don't know. What else? You got anything else?
Nah, I'm happy. This was a popping episode, man.
It was great. For a minute there, I was a little concerned, but I like it. I like it. I like the direction it went in.
I'm not gonna say that was an area that I did not know much about.
I didn't know.
Based on TV, that's all they show you.
Yeah, but moving forward, you see my Mufasa hair, y'all see it, okay?
You are for the people.
Thank you for it really helped. I'm so happy, Sheila, that you enjoyed it. Like I said, share with your friends and family, people that are going to the military that look like us, brown skin, light skin, Hispanic, black, or just even if they're white. Hey, if they're, they don't have some reservation, share. All right. And then, I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday, 8:00 for Wake Up Wednesday with your finance ratchet tea style with me, Menda Renee. Wake up your finances, child. Okay. Get your finances together, okay?
So next Friday, it'll be me and Menda Renee.
And then next Friday, it's going to be me and Etienne again.
Yeah, man.
I love this.
Yeah, man.
This is super dope.
But so
I missed him.
I missed
him, guys. I missed him.
Where my hug at, girl?
Oh, right.
Look. We still keeping social distance.
Yeah, we hug. Yeah, we close, but we ain't that close. Okay, we ain't gonna get that COVID close. Okay, all right. So until then, follow us
on Instagram
and Facebook. And
subscribe to our channel.
Our YouTube channel. Click the button so you get notifications. And don't forget to get notifications on Facebook and Instagram when we're live.
Yeah, man.
Okay. And we'll continue to do it for the people because we love the people.
On that note, we love
Until Wednesday night, 8:00, I'm your girl, Menda Renee.
Your boy, Etienne.
And this is Ratchet Tea.
Oh, good, man. People really figuring it It's kind of good not to listen. Look at that.
We out this bed. Really?
Yeah.